Welcome everyone. In this video, we are in the Holiday Cup, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Dedenne. Now guys, if you've seen this video, you will know how big of a fan I am of Dedenne. Such a fun Pokemon, especially for the Holiday Cup, where it has a lot of unique coverage on the meta, guys. Dedenne can really put in the work. My goodness. Now, it's not the bulkiest around. It's not glassy, but it's got below average bulk, I would say. So it does function at its best with a shield advantage. But if you can do that for Dedenne, guys, my goodness, can it put in the work? Like I said, especially in this Holiday Cup, guys. So on this team, we've got Dedenne in the lead. It's fantastic for picking up those Altaria leads. I really was targeting the Talonflame leads that are becoming more and more prominent. And Dedenne is obviously going to be weak to ground types like Unova Stunfisk and similar ground types like your occasional, I would say, Diggersby. So we are pairing Dedenne with some bulky boys, guys. The first of which is going to be Greedent. Greedent will be the safe swap on this team, guys. I'm telling you, you gotta. I wanted to build a strong team around Dedenne to really have it shine and really show what it can do in this Holiday Cup, guys, and you will see that in this video. But we had to pair it with some beefy boys, guys. Like I said, Greedent's going to be the safe swap on this team, and we have Greedent as a safe swap because Dedenne's primary weakness in this meta would be Unova Stunfisk, and Greedent does have a very favorable matchup up against Stunfisk, as well as those pesky ghost types like Frostlass, like Alolan Marowak. Greedent with the Crunch as its charge move does fantastic. And also on this team, we got another beefy boy in XL Diggersby, guys. I've been wanting to use XL Diggersby in this Holiday Cup. I just have not found the right team for it. And my goodness, I think we do, guys, because Greedent complements Dedenne very well, as it does beat Dedenne's top weakness in this cup and Unova Stunfisk. So we've got two beefy Pokemon in the back that can handle a potential Stunfisk. And Dedenne just really shines, guys. Got to save at least one shield for it. And if you can do that, you will have amazing success on this team with Dedenne and the Holiday Cup. But without further ado, let's get into this first battle, and we are already picking up a very nice lead in Altaria. Dedenne is probably the worst answer for an Altaria, and they go into a Jellicent running Bubble. So we go into Diggersby knowing that it's not going to have very much play up against that Altaria. Honestly, guys, didn't see that it was running Bubble. You got to be really fast on the swap, but it does make this matchup a little closer having this Jellicent run Bubble, but Diggersby does still win it. You gotta earthquake it to death, guys. It's basically how you handle Jellicent with Diggersby, and Diggersby has enough bulk to where we don't need to shield any of these bubble beams. Of course, guys, they are doing super effective, but it's not a very strong move. And we're going to look to get off another Earthquake on this very tanky Jellicent as it spams us with Bubble Beams. And being that it's running Bubble, it does apply a lot more fast move pressure on the ground type Diggersby. But again, we do throw up a shield there just to make sure we can maintain our alignment. Going to look to get rid of this Jellicent with a resisted Fire Punch. It does take it out. It's low enough, and they're going to, of course, come back in with that Altaria and look to farm us down. We've been debuffed many times over at this point. This Fire Punch is going to do nothing to this very bulky Dragon-type Altaria, but that's okay. We chipped a little tiny bit there. Going to come back in with Dedenne, and they meet us with an Alolan Marowak, and this is why we got Greedent on this team, guys. My goodness, I'm telling you. Having two normal types, two very bulky normal types at that, to pair with Dedenne proves for a very successful team comp, guys, and you're about to find out with these super effective crunches. Although they are up on shields, it's okay, guys. We can get to these crunches fast enough to where we can get rid of this Alolan Marowak and look to clean this game up with Dedenne, guys. Gonna look to get off the second crunch and see what they want to do. It is a losing matchup, so they may want to save both their shields, yeah, for Altaria to try and sweep this end game. But guys, I don't know if it'll happen with the fairy type Dedenne. Dedenne is pretty much the ultimate answer to Altaria in this cup outside of a ice type like Frostlass. Gonna look to get off another body slam and really pressure this battler to give up a shield, but no such luck. They are not giving up those shields. They are putting all their hope and faith in this Altaria. Gonna look to get off a move. We know shield this, thinking it was like gonna be a Moonblast, but somebody missed out on Community Day. And it kind of works to their advantage because that Dazzling Gleam did a lot to our Dedenne. Gonna throw up a shield. We got to shield the resisted Sky Attack because they hit us with a hard-hitting Dazzling Gleam, but that's okay, guys. We are double resisting these Dragon Breaths, so we are just going to spam this Altaria with neutral discharges just as fast as we can get to them. And my goodness, can Dedenne get to them fast, guys, with that Thunder Shock fast move. That is a clone of Mudshot, if you're familiar with how fast you can get to moves with Mudshot. And here we go. We get to the next one. Dedenne hits pretty hard. This is going to be sending the Altaria packing, and we say bye-bye Altaria. And that is going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. And we are off to a fantastic start. Dedenne closing the game strong in the Holiday Cup. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, give the video a like. That is the best thing you can really do to help this channel out. And let's see what we got up next here. Vigoroth. Okay lead for Dedenne, not the best, because Vigoroth hits very hard and it is very spammy, but this is, if you're going to be up against a Diggersby, if you're going to be up against a Vigoroth, this is exactly where you want to see it on your fairy type. We get off the first discharge, trying to CMP tie them to the body slams. We're thinking we can go take this to the one shield and get rid of this Vigoroth here. And we do shield up the first one. Gonna look to get off a second discharge. Seeing how much that did to the Vigoroth, we're thinking, yeah, we can go one shield. They did build up to the Bulldoze. That's why we shielded up the first one. This is just a body slam, as they did not build up to the Bulldoze. So we can let that go through. Like I said, Dedenne, not the tankiest, but not the glassiest as well. And they make a play into their Sableye. So we go into our Diggersby. Gonna play this out here. Diggersby has a very good matchup up against any ghost type, especially when they're using a ghost type fast move like Shadow Claw, as we do double resist the ghost type damage. And we can tank the foul plays pretty easily, being a very thick XL Pokemon like Diggersby. And they did let that Earthquake go through, likely wanting to farm our Diggersby down with their Vigoroth, which does have access to counter, which will hit us for super effective. Yeah, they let their Sableye go down, knowing that it's not a very winning matchup for them. So gonna come back in with Vigoroth and look to farm away. I guess they recognize that Body Slam wouldn't take us out, and they don't want to take too much damage. So they are going to choose to throw a Body Slam. I don't imagine they shield this Fire Punch here. And we're going to aggressively go into Dedenne, trying to catch them off guard and get some farm. And they meet us with a Frostlass. So this is looking okay for our Greedent. Frostlass does hit very hard, and those avalanches hit for some hard neutral damage. But we are bulky enough to withstand one avalanche, and we do still have a shield. So what we need to do is get to 3 crunches, guys, up against this Frostlass. That Vigoroth has nearly fainted. And we're going to see if Greedent can pull this out for us. We do tank the first avalanche, as we can tank one. We got some nice bulk on our Greedent here. And going to shield up the next one. And it is a race. We got to get to 2 crunches. The first one will get the shield. And the second one will definitely KO. We just got to watch out for a potential catch. Although I don't believe that their switch clock is up just yet. As we did aggressively go into that Dedenne, so they're slightly offset. So this crunch does go through, and we say bye-bye Frostlass, and we Mudshot it down with our Diggersby, knowing that Mudshot is a 2-turn move versus the 3-turn move Bullet Seed, which doesn't apply as much fast move pressure. We had to Mudshot it down with Diggersby, close the game out for us. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. This team, guys, is sneaky good in the Holiday Cup. Again, if you like what you're seeing, give the video a like. You'd be providing a massive help to the channel, guys. My goodness, what a fun team, what a strong team. And here we go, we got a Talonflame lead. This is why we built this team, guys, and they aggressively go into a Trevenant, so we meet them with our Greedent. Honestly, if they swap into a Ghost type like this, like a Trevenant or Sableye, you could really go into either one. In this case, we just happen to go into Greedent, but that's okay. Both of our back Pokemon, both Diggersby and Greedent, can hit a Trevenant for super effective. So we're going to look to get off the first crunch. They do let it go through. That's fantastic. That did quite a bit of super effective damage, given that it doesn't have stab. So we're not going to shield anything from this Trevenant. If they shield this next one, we will match a shield, just to maintain alignment and preserve our switch advantage here. And they do shield, so this next Seed Bomb we will shield. At this point, we have to start matching shields if we want to maintain our switch advantage here, guys. So going to shield that up and look to get to another crunch, but they catch it on their Talonflame. Nice play by them. I'm not sure why they did that, as the Trevenant was very low, but anywho, we're just going to come back in with Dedenne and get rid of it. So they're probably, I'm guessing they're weak to Dedenne in the back, wanting to draw it back out and hoping to get rid of it with our Trevenant. But we'll find out here. This Trevenant is farming up quite a bit. They did build up to a Shadow Ball. We don't know what else they have in the back, guys, so we are going to shield up this Shadow Ball. That would totally KO. And going to look to get rid of this Trevenant with a resisted discharge. Again, it is resisted, but does hit hard enough to get rid of it. And they are up a shield, and they got a Frostlass in the back. Okay, so what we're going to do is look to pressure that last shield or do some heavy neutral damage with these hard-hitting discharges. Not hard-hitting, but hard-hitting coming from a Dene for sure, guys. And we do force them to throw energy, so that is fantastic. That's really what we wanted them to do. We don't want this Frostlass having loaded energy for our Diggersby, as they can hit us for super effective with that hard-hitting Avalanche, guys. So we need 2 Fire Punches to get rid of this Frostlass here. And this is why we run 2 very tanky Pokemon on this team to perform well when shields are down, guys. So they hit us with the first Avalanche. Gonna look to get off this Fire Punch. This is KO range, so this will likely get the shield. And now we're gonna try and catch an Avalanche on our low health Greedent. But they're onto us. They keep farming, but Greedent is so bulky that it still hangs in there. They're not able to farm down. They're forced to throw energy due to the sheer bulk of Greedent. We got to a crunch, and they knew that, so they had to throw energy, which allows us to get to this Fire Punch, guys. The bulky boys come through for our Dedenne on this team. We say bye-bye Frostlass, and that is going to be yet another good game. Well played to this battler. Having a blast with Dedenne in the Holiday Cup. I don't know if there's anyone who loves Dedenne more than me. Maybe Ryan Swag from the Swag Tips channel. He might love Dedenne a little more, but it's very close. But anyways, we are met with a Wigglytuff here. And going to swap into Greedent just to see what they have in the back. It is a pretty neutral matchup. And as with any ABB team, you want to swap out of those neutral leads. And we met with a Drifblim. So if this is the best answer that they have to a normal type, then we're looking pretty good with our Diggersby in the back, guys. This is not a good answer to a Greedent, as we double resist the Hex, and their hard-hitting stab move of Shadow Ball we also double resist with our normal typing, and we have access to a Dark type super effective move, so they do let through both of those crunches, so they're looking to just debuff us and come back in and farm down with Wigglytuff, but that's okay, guys. We're just going to actually farm down the flying type with a resisted fast move and Bullet Seed, and we do. We get 2 body slams locked and loaded for this Wigglytuff. We have been debuffed twice, so they're not going to do very much. Greedent doesn't hit very hard to begin with, so they do very little. And we're basically just burning the timer, as we did see our switch timer was up, so we're going to make a play back into Dedenne and see what they have in the back. And the Wigglytuff is staying in, so they're looking to really do some damage with Charm here. We're going to look to get off a Discharge. This will do a lot of neutral damage to this Wigglytuff, and they do shield. So thinking that they want to preserve the Wigglytuff, a lot of battlers implement the Wigglytuff 2 shield strat. where you just double shield your Wigglytuff and you charm whatever's in front of you into oblivion. And they look to catch our discharge onto the electric type Alolan Graveler. Fantastic play by them, catching the resisted damage, but we're also resisting these Volt Switches, allowing us to get to another discharge. And as you can see, guys, although it is resisted, Dedenne hits pretty hard and they're starting to add up. And we let them take us out. Guys, this is pretty much GG's. Little did they know we had a tanky bunny in the back in Diggersby. We are resisting everything this Alolan Graveler could possibly throw at us. That hard-hitting Stone Edge just tickles the Diggersby, and we're able to just mudshot all the way down. My goodness, and they saw the writing on the wall. They concede the match. The Wigglytuff was low. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. Telling you guys, ever since the Holiday Cup dropped, I had Dedenne on my mind, thinking that it would have some nice play in the meta, and my goodness, does it. You just got to have the right team around it, and I think we do, guys. And we met with a Cofagrigus, neutral lead, so actually going to go into Diggersby and see what they have in the back. This is what this team is designed to do. You want to draw out something like a Vigoroth that has access to a ground-type move like Bulldoze, and the two Pokemon that we have in the back are bulky enough to withstand super effective damage like these counters coming from this Vigoroth. And we can hang in here and just get off some hard-hitting moves or some very spammy moves in Body Slam on the Greedent. So they let the Earthquake go through, and we're going to let this first Body Slam go through. I think we make a misplay because we want to farm this Vigoroth down. We kind of underestimated the farm down potential, if you will, guys. So we're forced to throw up a shield. And this Vigoroth is just loaded with energy, guys. Can't go down another shield, and we really don't want to be shielding our bulky normal types in the back. So I think we had a misplay there, guys. We're trying to flip switch, but should have known that we weren't going to flip switch like that on a hard matchup like that. But we go into our Greedent, and they meet us with a Frostlass. So because we blew that shield on our tank in the back, guys, we kind of put ourselves in a hard spot. Although Greedent does win this, Frostlass can win it with a shield advantage, in which it does. And we can't go down another... well, we do. So yeah, we made several misplays here, going completely down on shields. Yeah, we kind of threw this match. I'm gonna be honest, guys. This was a winnable game, but, you know, we just kind of... not sure where our head was at in this battle, because we definitely should not be shielding the bulky normal types. That is why the team was designed, so you don't have to shield them. And yeah, this Frostlass is putting in work on us. Our poor little Dedenne doesn't have any shields to go up against this very tanky Coffin in front of us, guys. And this tanky Coffin, known as Cofagrigus, can get to those Shadow Balls pretty fast with Shadow Claw, and can do some heavy damage with it. So they're going to get off a Shadow Ball, and as you can see, guys, Dedenne can live a Shadow Ball. It's not made of paper. It's no Bastiodon by any means, but it's definitely no Sharpedo as well. It's somewhere in between, guys. And they farm us down, gonna hit us with something that can take us out, and yeah, that's GG's to them. That's gonna be a good game. Well played to this battler. Could have won that one. We just made some dumb plays, and cost us a nice 5-0, guys, with Dedenne. But hey, you know what? You can't win them all, guys. You can't, and you definitely can't complain about a 4-1 set with Dedenne in the Holiday Cup. My goodness, guys. This is how you climb in Pokemon Go Battle League. So I really wanted to feature Dedenne, guys, before the Holiday Cup was over. Dedenne has a lot of play in this Holiday Cup meta, as there are a lot of flyers. Dedenne, being an electric type, resists flying type damage, and you can hit them for super effective damage with your Thunder Shock fast move and your Discharge charge move. So the goal with this team was to pick up those Talonflame leads that people love to lead with these days in the Holiday Cup. I got so sick and tired of seeing Talonflames, I said, I want to run Dedenne anyway, so might as well build a solid team around it. And I think we did, guys. So standard ABB team, Dedenne in the lead, being electric and fairy. You're gonna have favorable matchups up against those Altarias, up against those Talonflames. You have some solid play up against those very popular Vigoroth leads that you're starting to see more and more of. Anything like a Stunfisk, obviously, or an Alolan Graveler, you'll want to safe swap into Greedent and try and break through shields with the Body Slam spam, and preferably win that and come out on top with Dedenne with a shield advantage. And you want to draw out something like a Vigoroth with Greedent, so that Diggersby can perhaps close the endgame for you. As Diggersby is a decent closer in this Holiday Cup, guys, because it has enough bulk to really perform extremely well when shields are down, guys. So having Greedent as a safe swap, you want to draw out something like an Obstagoon or a Vigoroth. That way Dedenne can come back in, beat that hard counter, and Diggersby can have a solid endgame because it can really close out endgames with that hard-hitting stab move, Earthquake, guys. And you're looking good from there. So had a lot of fun with Dedenne, guys. One of my favorites in Pokemon Go Battle League. So happy Niantic introduced it. It can perform very well. You just really have to know how to use it, and you have to build the right team around it, guys. And I think we were able to do that today. So many people are running Altarias and Talonflames. You're gonna gobble those up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with Dedenne, guys. And especially Altaria, guys. Dedenne just dominates Altaria, one of the strongest Pokemon in the Great League format. You double resist those Dragon Breaths, and you single resist the fast activating move, charge attack of Sky Attack. So Altaria can do virtually nothing to Dedenne, guys. Dedenne just dominates it. And Talonflame, you dominate that powerhouse as well with your Thunderbolt and discharges. So Dedenne is amazing. You just got to know how to use it, got to have the right team around it. I wanted to put some bulk behind Dedenne, guys. That's why we got two of the bulkiest Pokemon in a Great League format like the Holiday Cup. You don't get much bulkier than Greedent and XL Diggersby, huh, guys? Speaking of Diggersby, I wanted to run Diggersby in this Holiday Cup as well. And that's the beauty of running two very bulky normal types behind Dedenne, because Dedenne doesn't like the ghost types very much. Although they don't hit Dedenne for super effective damage, most of them hit very hard and can apply very heavy neutral fast move pressure with Shadow Claw. So Dedenne is not the biggest fan of ghost types, so we paired it with two bulky normal types as well that can handle the ghost types and handle the ground types like Unova Stunfisk or opposing Diggersbees. So guys, so happy to run Dedenne on a strong team. I had a blast. I hope you guys all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.